uploading videos constantly. I was trying to fix some personal matters, so I had to focus on that before focusing on YouTube. But now I think I am back, so I will be trying to stay more consistent and posting videos maybe in a schedule. I still have to figure that out, but we are in the process. You might be wondering why, what are we doing today? I will be basically talking about one of the greatest shows in Netflix history, in my opinion, which is Alice in Borderland. I really like this show. I think it's great, and I just wanted to ramble a little about it and just read a little bit about it. So I got my second phone here to be able to read from the wiki page, and yeah, because I am recording with my actual phone, so that's what we are going to be doing today. I will be applying on some lip gloss, and I probably will be tapping on some stuff to try and help you sleep or focus on whatever you need to get done. I don't know, studying or whatever. You just can use this video as a background ASMR, or you can just hang out with me while I talk about this show. I have to confess though, ever since season 3 dropped, I've rewatched it 6 times. Of course, for the plot. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the show because in itself it's amazing, and I think the plot, the characters, the character development of Arisu, Alice, it's amazing. So we are going to be doing that. If I pronounce any names or words in Japanese and they are mispronounced, I deeply apologize. I am still learning. I'm still trying to learn the language, and sorry about that if you hear some background noise. But yeah, I think that was a motorcycle. But anyway, I am still trying to learn Japanese, but it is a process, and I don't think my pronunciation is that good. So yeah. So with that being said, let's get started. The Borderland, Imawa no Kuni, lit land of the dead, is a world that acts as a border between life and death, where the consciousness of multiple people who suffered a near-death experience or a clinical death is sent to. In the Alice in Borderland series, the Borderland serves as an overarching antagonist, which represents the constant opposing force throughout the entire narrative, creating deadly games in order to test the player's resolve and the will to survive. Within the Borderland, people exist as immigrants in order to decide whether they continue to the world of the dead or earn the right to return to the world of the living. For this, the people known as either players or dealers are forced to participate in a sequence of elaborate games, in which their lives are put on the line in order to test their will to survive. The wounds suffered in the Borderlands are reflected in the body of the original world, so getting killed here also means dying in the world of the living. Once all the games are cleared, the survivors can choose to return to the real world or stay in the Borderlands as citizens, who create and operate the next set of games in the next immigration immigration cycle. No player or dealer in the Borderland is aware of this until they clear all the games. Time in the Borderland passes very differently from the world of the living. What a consciousness perceives as months can mean mere seconds to its true body. The victims of the Tokyo meteorite disaster end up at a different distance from the epicenter, which causes them to get affected at slightly varying times. And they arrive in the Borderland days and weeks after each other. A single immigration cycle takes an average of about 60 days and ends once either of the players or the dealers or the citizens emerge victorious. After that, the Borderland resets and new groups of people begin joining. Upon entering the Borderland, all the memories of the experience that led people there are lost, the memories are lost, So, basically, in the manga, they also enter a psychedelic wormhole and get transformed into marionettes before arriving in the Borderland. In the Netflix live action, everyone who is at the Shibuya crossing or in the Shibuya area witness huge fireworks in the sky, suddenly realizing that all the people in Tokyo have disappeared. Once it is possible to leave, all memories of the Borderland are lost in the same way. Only certain feelings of the experiences from there remain. To be sent to the Borderland, a person needs to meet the following criteria. First, they have suffered a clinical death or near-death experience. Second, they were heavily dissatisfied with their life. Third, their real-life body has to remain physically functional and intact enough to sustain life once the heart restarts. There are a few ways to keep the memories while going in and out of the Borderland. An important object that the players take with them can distort their perception of what is real, rekindling memories of what happened before they reached the Borderland. Upon the second sojourn, the memories of the first visit to the Borderland return and remain present after the player goes back to the real world once again. If a player is physically unable to choose between life and death after all the games are cleared, their memories of the Borderland may remain intact after they return to the world of the living. The Borderland is a parallel of the 23 special words of Tokyo, and the game in the Borderland take place within the area. However, the parallel Tokyo is abandoned and the effects of time and nature have a clear toll on it. Many of the buildings are in poor condition. And trash can be seen everywhere. In the manga and the anime OVA, lots of vegetation can be seen growing through cracks and hanging on infrastructure from the very beginning of Arisu's journey. However, in exists as well. However, the borderland is perpetually in the summertime around July, meaning the days are humid and hot, humid and hot, humid and hot, humid and hot. As the land approaches the edge of the words, it grows more ruinous, eventually turning into massive forests and mountains, forests and mountains, forests and mountains, forests and mountains. Now, during the events of Alice on Border Road, the Tokyo area is visibly in ruins. There are three groups of people in the borderland: the players, the dealers, and the citizens. Players and dealers both have to keep their visas in mind. 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 Mind, 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 in mind, in mind, in mind. Now, the citizens do not have to worry about it since they have earned their citizenship. Players play the games. A player ID has the format of 10000X. Dealers supervise the games. A dealer ID has the format of 00000XX. Citizens create the games. And now we're going to be talking about the rules. The rules and mechanisms of the borderland can change with each new wave of immigrants. Every night after sundown, the games commence. Games can take place at any location, indoors or outdoors. Players have to register in the game lobby, where the rules to the game and the difficulty will be announced. The difficulty is not announced until the registration process is complete. Once a player enters a venue, they cannot leave. Some games have entry requirements as well, such as reaching a player limit requirement or having all players equip special objects prior to the start of the game. The rewards players get for achieving game clear are as follows: extension of a player's visa determined by the game's difficulty, an additional prize for some games. For example, the mountain prize for the Seven of Hearts game in the manga. Dealers are the people who set up the games and clean up the venues after the games are done. They also often participate in games to create additional conditions. For example, acting as stalkers in the Five of Spades game, or confusing the players in the Ten of Hearts game. The rewards dealers get for players achieving game over are as follows: extension of a dealer's visa determined by the kill count. Once a person's visa day count reaches 0, they are killed by a laser. This is why players and dealers must continue participating in games. This system applies only during the first stage, but the rules actually change drastically in the second stage. There are two ways for the first stage to end. If all 40 number card games are cleared, it is a player victory and all dealers are killed. A single person does not need to clear all the games nor have all the cards. Every game just needs to have been cleared at least once by any player. If all players are killed, then it's considered a dealer victory. The victorious faction will have a 3-day interval where visas do not count down. At the end of the 3 days, the citizens will make their announcement for this second stage. During the second stage, 12 new face card games begin, and the survivors have to complete against the Borderland citizens. Representing the face cards in their designated arenas. These games are much more difficult and extremely strict, and have extremely strict entry requirements, and have the survivors play against the citizens. All games have their difficulty displayed on a blimp above the game venue. However, the visa system is still in effect. If all citizens are defeated and the games are all cleared, the remaining people get to choose whether to turn to the real world or gain permanent residency, becoming new citizens and making new games in the next immigration cycle. Alice in Border Road, all 12 players participate in only one big game. Their game consists of taking their respective card from Kyoto to the exact point in Tokyo where they suffered their near-death experience. Now, we are going to be talking a little about Season 3. The system shows a significant change. Visas and cards are no longer part of the games. Instead, all players participate in a grand event, Joker Tournament. The tournament includes multiple starting games, semi-final games, and the final game on predetermined dates and locations. Players can no longer choose where or what to play, dying instantly upon losing a game or failing to participate as directed. Trivia. The Borderland itself represents the myth of the Sansa River, which symbolizes the boundary between the living and the dead, where souls must cross to reach the afterlife. Imawa is a Japanese term that comes from Imawa Kagiri, from the Tales of Ice, which literally means the very last. By now, it is also a euphemism for the very last moment one dies. The very last moment one dies. The very last moment one dies. And with that, guys, it is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and were able to relax. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me, and I will be bringing more videos more frequently. I will do my best to keep up with the schedule. If you guys would like to watch more ASMR videos, please let me know if this format is the one you like, and if you would like me to do many more things in this format. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed the video, so that YouTube tells you whenever I post a video, and also give me a thumbs up for this video. I actually enjoyed filming this a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed the result as well. With that being said, it is everything for today, and if you would like me to bring more videos talking about this show